Well, hi guys, welcome back to part 5 of the Polar Lights 1/350 scale TOS build from my client Steve Ferrone. Tonight I'm just going to be taking you through and showing you what progress we've gotten done on the build. Last week or so I was down with a little bit of food poisoning, and it had me down for almost a week, and got behind a little bit, and so I'm trying to play catch up. That's the reason why I didn't get another video out sooner. But we're back on track now with the build, and getting caught up with some other stuff. So I'll make mention of all that a little bit later on. Got a little bit more caught up on my client Ed Lamb's Reliant. Got a little bit of touch up to do on that, and now we're just down to the nitty gritty on that one, guys. Just getting some touch up paint done, then we can gloss coat the top of it and put decals on, and then assemble the roll bar and wire in the nacelles and the roll bar and everything on that. So, and we'll be done. I'm hoping to have that one done by the end of the week, and get that out to my client. But we'll do a final reveal of that video for you next Friday, if all goes well, actually. First of all, guys, I want to say thanks to all the subscribers again. We're up over 220 now. That's great, guys. I'm glad I could help people with their video, with their builds, and it helps me learn as well. Trying to make sure that that I'm doing things correctly. I have noticed that there have been some dislikes on some of these videos. If there's something that you're seeing that I might need to change or we can tweak here on the channel, feel free to contact me via email, and I'll put my email up at the end of the video here, and you can also reach me via Facebook. My Facebook group, Demko Modelworks, and you can contact me there and go, hey, Jake, can we do might try doing something this way instead of the way you're doing it. It might might be a little bit more effective. So don't be afraid, guys, to make suggestions. That's what I'm here for, to help for y'all to help me, the ones that have been doing this for a long time. The ones that have been doing it a long time, that'll help me grow, and then in turn I can help other people with their builds. So don't be afraid to contact me, guys. So, but I also want to make mention too that I will be starting in the next video build up series for the channel only. It will only be for the channel. It will be Chuck Brooks from Gearhead Motor Shop. We're going to be doing a tribute build to Boyd Crompton over at Trekworks. He's supplied us with many videos, and over the 7-8 years or so that he's been doing this now for everybody, we're going to be we're doing this as a tribute and as a thanks to him. Chuck Brooks made mention that it can only be a Star Trek kit. It can be any Star Trek kit. It doesn't have to be limited to just like the TOS or the Refit or the Reliant. It can be any Star Trek kit. It can be just out of the box build, or you can light it, or however you want to do it. But as long as it's just a Star Trek kit. That's the rules, and it'll be running through next September. So I'm going to be doing a 1/1000 scale Excelsior. I've already gone through and started doing the preliminary stuff on it. Drilled out the holes in the saucer and the main body, and getting some stuff primed and light blocked, and I'm got the base coat down on most of it. I've actually even started doing some lighting on it, so I'm waiting on some more SMDs to come in, and then we're going to be using the Polar Lights decal set for this. So Boyd Crompton did the Excelsior several years ago, and it turned out real well, so we're going to do this as a tribute to him. So But all right, guys. Well, that's enough of this. So I will, gonna swing it down over to the bench now and show you what we've got going over there and with the TOS and go from there, guys. So we'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, here we are on the bench now, and my dome got a little bit messed up when I resprayed, but what you see now, we have the neck put on and assembled. Now we have the wires for the neck, everything run down through to where we're going to be mounting that PCB board that mounts inside the secondary hole, and we have some wires, a wire that goes from the main power board up to the other board that mounts in the saucer that supplies the power for the interior lights and all the other navigational lights and everything else. So, but we have it all painted now. Let me zoom in and show you. And we also have the port side nacelle pretty much through. So let me get the camera here adjusted to where you can see what we're doing here. Let me just see if I can't zoom in just a little bit. But there you can see we have our light blue, our blue color there for the front of the neck, and then we have all of our lights. I got to go back through and do just a little bit of detail cleaning on the windows back here. A little bit of overspray got on them when I was going back through and doing our seam work. But we have all the seam work done on the top side, and it looks real good. We had to go back several times with this, paint and get it to where it's light blocked and puttied and sanded out nice and smooth. But you can see there it's real nice and smooth now. We have our seam work done right here. We used for the seam work there, for the small seams like this, we use the Vallejo plastic putty. It has that. It has the this fine tip applicator here, so it makes it a whole lot easier. And this stuff is water. It is acrylic based, so it comes off real easy with wetting your finger into a. I take my pinky and dip it into once I get it applied. I dip my pinky into some water and just kind of lightly go over the seam here to kind of make it smooth. And so we did that, and it turned out real well. So pretty much the secondary hole is done. We still got our detail pieces that go on here, and then we can start doing the decals on the bottom. I'll do that once we get the ship, the saucer, and the nacelles and everything put on. And that way we can flip it over, and it'll be nice and even for us to put on the decals that go on the bottom of there, and then we can work on the decals on the saucer and everything. But this one's pretty much ready to go. We still got to do a little bit of detail painting right here for the blue where the where the putty didn't get covered up with the blue, but we got that, and we got to do just a little bit of seam work right here. It's split, I guess, because of the heat. But the seam on this one looks real good. So, whoops, sorry guys, but the seam split right here. So we're gonna have to go back through and do just a little bit of putty work right there, and then just repaint that, and we're gonna be good to go. So, this is coming along, guys. Not gonna be too long where we can start putting. I will, before I put the pylons and attach the nacelles, there is a piece we're going to be that double red stripe that goes down the back side of the dorsal area right here. There's those two red stripes that go all the way back to here, so I'm going to be painting those on. I have some masking set coming from Cameron Lewis over at Cameron's Decals and such. He makes a really nice paint masking set for this, to where you don't have to worry about messing with the decals or anything else like that. Now, there will be a few decals that go on. Let me back out just a little bit. That'll go on, like the footer markers that go on here. I think there's even masking for the belly of the ship, and then you know, it has all the stuff, the registration number. So this one's pretty much done, ready to go. We're just gonna have to. My client wants. Let me back you out. My client. Let me move the camera back down to where you can see what I'm doing here. My client wants the flux chiller grill, the chiller grills lit, and you know, he wants to be able to turn them on and off. So what we're going to do is we ran the wire down through the nacelle and through the pylon. We're going to run it down into the base where we can just have another switch where you can just turn those on and off, but everything else will stay. You know, will stay on, because we're not going to be using. You know, we're using the round 2 polar lights kit, lighting kit for this. So we're going to wire those in separately, and also the. Let me get this out of the way and get the nacelle put into view here. I've got the rear dome put on, the rear cap. I've gotten all this attached now. I've gotten this light block, and I'll turn this on here in a second and show you the lighting that he wants done on it. Now, you know, in the original series here, Gene Roddenberry wanted the chiller grills lit. You know, I had the idea for to light the inside of these chiller grills. Well, there wasn't room in the budget for it, so they had to just do without it. And a lot of guys, I've seen a lot of kids out there that have them lit, and they just turn out really beautiful, guys. So, you know, we did that he did that at last minute. Thank goodness I didn't have this all all buttoned up and everything, but we managed to able to get the, you know, fish the wire up through and get some LEDs. And what I used is some regular bright white LED strip, you know, 3 here on this side, right here, and then right here in the middle for this, instead of using the warm white, because the warm white wouldn't come through, you know, real clear. So we've got those in there, and you know, we got the backside painted with some blue, and then we used some of this lacquer based steel from Testers, and it turned out real pretty. And so it's, you know, ready to go here. I have the pretty much the Bassard dome just sitting in here. It's not glued down because we still have to you know, put the motor in, and the Bassard, you know, the Bassard lighting and all that kind of stuff, and then we can set it in place, you know, glue it in place. So, but we just have it set in place right now to kind of show you the overall picture with it. And I've got to go back through here in a little while and put those little blowout panels, grills there on, and then, you know, we'll be through. So let me hook this up to my power and show you now. And it turned out really pretty. Now, like I said, always said in the videos, the camera always overexposes the light, but in reality they're not as bright as what you think. So there you go. Let me turn the light off, and let me zoom you in. Oops. So you can see there, and let me get into the shadow here, so you can see that they light up just really pretty. In reality, it's just a real nice ambient glow. It's not real bright, and it doesn't just stick out. You know, they just don't, you know, they don't stick out too much, so it makes it look really nice. So they turned out really, really well. So pretty much this nacelle is done, guys. Now we just have to put the intercooler tubes on, and then, you know, the ones for back here on, get them painted, and then get, you know, just a little bit done, a little bit more on this one, guys, and then we can start putting the decals and painting, you know, or painting the stuff on the nacelles, getting the registry numbers and all that put on. So it's coming along, guys. Now the next video that we're going to be doing, the next video that we're going to be on will have, I should have both nacelles finished and you know, pretty much painted and decaled and got the motors and everything on. Then we're going to be starting with the saucer section next. So but that'll be probably next Friday. We'll try to do the videos every Friday on this. So so it's coming together, guys. It's coming real close. So until then, we're gonna call it a wrap on this video, and we'll see you again for part 6, which will be the saucer work, lighting the saucer and everything, and go from there, guys. So until then, guys, take care, stay safe, and happy modeling, everybody.